If, after my death, I ever have the opportunity to ask God a question, I would like to know why so many men find so much time for their own work. They actively develop their careers, businesses, invest, sometimes spending 8, 10, even 12 hours a day to make their work successful. Of course, then they devote part of their time and energy to rest, because they need to recover their strength. We need to recharge, and that's absolutely normal. But at the same time, a huge number of men can't even find 20 or 30 minutes of their own attention for their wives. If you think about it, a certain paradox arises. Many families have time, sometimes even hours, to argue, sort things out, and yell at each other. When a woman says, "You don't love me at all, you don't give me any of your time," I don't feel it at all. It's like we're just roommates living together. And the man says, "No, I do a lot for you. I work so hard for you, for the kids. You have to understand that I need to go somewhere to recharge, play some soccer, just sit on my phone, or hang out with my friends at the sauna. I need this just to reset because my job is really tough and stressful." And they argue for hours when sometimes all it takes is 20 or 30 minutes of quality time a day when you sit down face to face and actually talk to each other. When you, as a man, ask the question, "How are you doing? What happened at work or at home today? How are things with the kids?" When you're just talking, and during that time you're not on your phone, not scrolling through your feed, not thinking about your own stuff, but you're giving your attention to your wife, even if it's just a small part of your attention, not all of it. Of course, your attention's also divided among other areas of your life. Because if you don't do this, then when huge conflicts start in the family, everything you've built up, everything you've achieved in your career or business, all the money you've earned, most of it just goes down the drain. Because when you have a serious conflict with your beloved wife, when you're on edge, you can't work properly. You can't properly develop your own business. You can't build your career. When you're in the middle of an active conflict, you're not in the mood for rest either. And all areas of your life suffer tremendously if your wife is unhappy. That's why, from my personal point of view, it's better to find 20 minutes of quality time a day. Or maybe for someone, it's a few hours once a week, a family day, a day off. The way you spend this time will be different for everyone. But it's much better and wiser to find this time and make sure your loved one feels wanted, loved, and happy next to you, rather than constantly making time for arguments, conflicts, and always sorting out your relationship.